I had to rearrange a little bit because there is actually a complete fire ban right now. Basically, it's 2 bags. This one is 34, this is 29. Let's see if I can manage that.
The plan is simple. I want to complete a 400-kilometer loop through the Norwegian and Swedish wilderness with my kayak. The twist is that about 70 kilometers of it are portage. One way, which means a lot of hiking with a kayak on my back, close to the continental inaccessibility point of Western Europe. I am a little bit nervous, but can't wait to start.
But for the moment, I still enjoy here this wonderful little beach. A beautiful place. And it's crazy warm. No wonder there is no fire allowed. It's now 32 degrees up here. Crazy.
I start early. It's the only way to stand a chance against the heat that will soon rise.
27 degrees max apparently. So it will be quite a tough portage. I'm like a ninja turtle here with my boat on the back. Alright, I think I am at the highest point. I made 200 vertical meters up now, and yeah, I can already see today's goal far behind there, the lake Ikkesjärve. Ikkesjaure, Lake Ikkes. Järve or Jaure means lake in Sami or Swedish. And I am here actually very close to the Norwegian border, which is just here on the left side of me, just a few kilometers. And that's actually also the way I'm gonna take. I will quickly cross over to Norway from here. Nice.
It's a fascinating place, wide and almost without trees. And in this kind of weather, the mountains look incredible.
So yeah, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's one lake, and behind that lake there's another one, and there it's what I want to reach. Somewhere down here there should actually be a bridge to cross the big river there, and a few huts. I think you can even rent them in winter and in summer. And I believe there is also some kind of safety room which you could use. I'm a bit tired. I actually didn't sleep that well this night. I was just a bit nervous, I guess, if everything works. It's the first time for me trying this construction I have on my back. I hope it holds well. For the moment it's okay. It's a bit heavy with the big bag, but this is the longest portage, so after it will be easier.
A few hours later, I reach the edge of a birch forest. A quiet, well-worn trail winds through the trees towards the hut. I can't help but think that I will soon miss a trail like this, so for now I enjoy it all the more.
Toilets are here, little house is there, and bridge is over there. Nice. Whew!
I've reached the hut, the last open shelter I will come across for the next few weeks. But I don't stay. I move on, still needing to return to the car to collect my second bag. And I'm already having trouble with this one. I'm not used to the size of it, and so crossing those bridges is a difficult task.
Whew. Whoa. Okay. I needed to keep the balance because it's actually not so stable, the black bag I have on my back. So yeah, I will search now quickly a spot I can put everything down, and then I will think shortly what I do. Drink something, easy going. Okay, so I put my stuff here and I'm heading back to the car. The second round. Double trouble. But first I will make a little break at the riverbank at the house. So, concentration. Did I find it again? It's there. It took me until here now 5 hours in total, with 4.5 with breaks and everything. Let's take a quick look at the hut. Cozy. Nice. There's even a little oven here. Some table, 2 benches, and a crazy view. Wow. Check that out. And over there is quite some nice camping places. Also down here. So they call this here a day hut, which means I think you're not allowed to sleep here, or at least you shouldn't. But yeah, for security, I think you could. So I'm here now. It's called Jurun, and I will go up here to this huge lake. And here I will finally be able to use my boat. That's the plan. But first I have to go now back to the car, get the second bag, and then come back here.
Without the heavy kayak on my back, my steps feel lighter, even though it still takes me almost 2 hours to reach the car. On the way back, second thoughts creep in, and I start doubting my decision to begin this trip.
And how do I look? Hungry. No, not hungry. Just hungry. I'm once more at the highest point of the day. That's number 3. The birds are still here, the funny ones. They are shouting all the time. I think they are protecting their nest again. Somewhere over there. And now I just have to go down. And I even see already the place where the kayak is. Just there. It's kilometer 21 now. So I'm hopefully soon reaching there, the bottom of the valley. And then I start cooking, making camp. I think somewhere in the forest, because the sun doesn't set here and it's pretty warm in the tent then. So I try to find some place where there is shadow. Hopefully. Beautiful place. Check this out. Still quite a lot of snow. I'm a bit surprised. I hope the lakes where I'm paddling are free of snow and ice. The smaller ones, the bigger ones they will be. It's so rough up here, and still there's so much life everywhere, and it's really lush also. Especially when you enter down there, the birch forest. Beautiful place.
Once back at the kayak, I set up camp and get myself ready for the night.
It took now some time to find a good spot, but here between the trees it's perfect. Not too hot. A lot of mosquitoes, but anyways. And I'm very close to the water, so perfect. But now I gotta go to the kayak and get my sleeping bag. It's actually there. I forgot. So yeah, this direction. Whew. Long day, guys. Very long day. I'm in my tent. I ate. I have enough water. And yeah, I'm toasted. It was a very long day. Almost 28 kilometers with both bags. Yeah, tomorrow is much shorter and then I'm on the water finally. But for now I'm going to sleep. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
It was a tough first day. 28 kilometers of portage under unexpected heat. A combination that drained every bit of strength I had. All I could do was hope that tomorrow would be kinder. The morning arrives, clear and bright. Not a single cloud in the sky. A beautiful sight, but it also means the battle with the heat isn't over yet. I start out early, after a good meal, hoping the path will carry on through the shade of the forest.
Quite a good night, short but good. I'm a bit tired from yesterday. It was a long day again. And yeah, the plan is now to pick up the boat and then walk westwards for about 3 kilometers, I hope. Shouldn't be too long, and then I should reach the lake, which I intend to cross today. I hope everything works out. It's already warm. Sugar is a bit low by me. I feel with this heat, so I'm gonna take it easy. I packed some extra food for the way. Yeah. The mountains you see here, that's already Norway. That's the Junkerdal National Park. And I'm heading now to this valley there, just over there. As soon as you don't have anymore your backpack on, you feel like flying. I can see the hut in front of me. So somewhere to the right should be my backpack. Let's see if I find it. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Jackpot. Nice. Some of those insect bites are horrible. Really inflamed. It's those, how you call them? It's those big flies. They're horrible. Time to move. Next stop, lake, I would say. I do have everything. It's much better to carry this bag, even if it's heavier, but the support is just better. I have to adapt the other one, the boat. We'll see. The backpack broke here. I have to fix it. Kind of an issue. Let's see if I can fix it.
Even though this is my first kayak trip, I'm not unprepared. I've thought through every kind of problem I might face, and my repair kit is ready for all of them.
Maybe I should have went with the kayak from there all the way to there. Unsure if it would have been more efficient. It took me now 3 hours to get everything here, and I still have 3 hours to go. It's 3 more kilometers. 2 times 6 plus 1 empty, it's 9 kilometers to the lake. Could have been maybe better. You can see fish jumping. So there is fish, definitely. It's a crazy color, this green, and there you can almost not make out where the mountain starts and where the lake is. Woohoo! I did it! Finally, I'm here. Lake Ickes.
Now that I'm at the lake, I decide to cook and finally have a proper meal. The way to here wasn't difficult, just long and relentlessly hot. The kind of heat that wears you down.
I just did see some ducks, but they are diving, so I lost them again. Maybe I will find them. They were just here, then diving down. What a peaceful place here. Beautiful. Lake Ickes. So at the lake border is the Natura 2000 nature reserve? I believe it is. Anyway, I think I'm going to put my tent here, prepare everything for tomorrow, and I'll spend the night here. I'm pretty exhausted. It was 17.1 kilometers today, so I think it's clever. Just go early to bed, eat something nice, take my time building the kayak, and enjoy this place here. I need to check the weather. I thought it should be good the next few days, but I will double check just in case. I got my good cappuccino.
So yeah, after checking the weather, I decide to spend the night here on the shore and continue tomorrow. There's plenty of work to do anyway. I need to assemble the kayak for the first time and see if everything has survived the 40 kilometers of hiking to this first lake. If I choose to move on tomorrow, I have to be certain the kayak is in flawless shape. The lakes are icy and unforgiving, and once I'm further into the wild, it will be my only fragile ticket back. The evening moves in slowly as the sun barely dips below the horizon. The light lingers, subdued and calm, giving me plenty of time to wander around, plan the next days, and study the map.
Okay, so I walked now from here the parking yesterday all the way till about here, which was in total 28 kilometers, and today I made this part, which was 17.1. And tomorrow the plan is to make the 12 kilometers of the lake and then see how far I get here. I plan to get up very early and see if I can manage.
It's early morning, and I'm preparing to cross my first lake. Up here, in the mountains, the water is cold, and I'm a bit nervous. Food is the answer.
Let's see how this morning goes. Water is calm. The whole lake is like a big mirror. Beautiful. You can very clearly see all the mountains. So I eat now my breakfast and then I'm gonna cross the lake. It's 12 kilometers to the other side. And then I have a new portage of 3.6 kilometers to the next lake.
Once I'm on the water, my nervousness fades, replaced by a quiet sense of awe.
You can really well make out the form of the lake, that it's made by glaciers. It has this, it's like a tongue. I can also show you on the map. If you see. So once there were glaciers coming this direction, and that's what is left of those huge glaciers here. And over there, this side is actually the longest sandy beach of Sweden, as I was told. It looks like I would need to go a bit further there, but also on the map you can see it. It's a very long and curved beach. Beautiful. There is not one wave on the lake. So the mountain we can see to the right, the big one there, that one over there,
It's called Balek, and it's 1,510 meters. It's the highest peak here of what we can see. And the one just straight ahead now, by the nose of the kayak, is called Sachtjat. Anyway, on that one there is a reindeer fence on top of it. Basically on the slope directly in front of us. Try to be quiet and sneak up on them. I anyway also try to keep quiet because I think there could be reindeer grassing here in the slopes. It looks so lush and green and really good spots for spotting reindeer. And if I'm lucky, also moose or elk. Highly possible. Beautiful camping spot in front of me, and cascades also here. Really nice. And some sandy beach will be perfect here. Anyway, for the moment, no reindeer and no elk. Despite me being actually fairly quiet. But yeah, maybe later. There is something red just in front of us. There is this boat, a rowing boat, and someone fixed it and made a window to basically watch the bottom of the lake, right? What the heck? That's so weird. Like it's self-made with like fiber, and then they sticked it on here. Man, someone was creative. There's also some big chain with an anchor there. Paddle, some other things. What the heck? Man. Crazy. But it's a beautiful little spot here. Beautiful. Alright, enough of this weird place with this weird boat. I need to go in that direction. There's actually still quite a lot of snow up on the slopes. This I didn't expect. It was now very warm the last 2 weeks. That's why there is also a fire ban. But yeah, still quite some snow.
I'm about halfway across the lake, savoring every bit of distance ahead. The water is now glistening beneath a flawless sky. It's almost unreal, so still and so pure. Yet, somewhere beneath that calm, I feel the quiet tremor of what's coming. A brutal portage awaits, and so I move slowly, unwilling to rush this moment.
As soon as I'm like 2 or 3 days out in the wild, there's constantly a song in my head turning. Constantly. You always think at home like, oh, you will be out and you can think about so many things. It's true, but not always. Most of the time your brain is just like filling the void with whatever song or story or thought. Because at home you're always so flooded with information and sounds and whatnot. And here, I mean, listen for yourself. Sound is still working. There is just no noise.
one little bird, some mosquitoes. My belly, which is giving me signals of hunger. But otherwise, you know, I just thought I'm probably the first person here on a kayak on this lake ever, because unless someone flew here once with a helicopter and brought kayaks, but otherwise I think no one is as stupid as I am and is walking like 45 kilometers it was to get here.
After trying to make sense of what I'm really doing out here, I reach the far shore.
I am slowly approaching the shore, and there is a very long reindeer fence, and I'm not sure if you can make it out, but on top of the hill there is a little reindeer herder hut from the Sami people, which are here.
Once I reach the shore, I immediately start to unfold the kayak, checking it carefully for leaks or damage. For now, there are only a few loose screws, nothing worrisome, but still enough to remind me how fragile my plans really are. At this side of the lake, there's a beautiful beach and a little inner lake, just right behind the shore. On the right side of it, I find a little stream that should lead me up the mountain. It's midday, but since I have to ration my food supply, I head out in search of something edible. A bit of wild, delicious food that should be growing around here.
No berries. The past 3 days I didn't see one, not one berry. It's weird because it's actually season for cloudberry, blueberry. There's not even crowberries. I think you call them crowberries in English. It's maybe just too dry here the last 3 weeks. Bone dry everything here now. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, eagle. There's the knife. Cool. Super nice. Tare. So I cannot see the lake yet, but I have to go in that direction. And in the hut there are simply beds all around, a little kitchen place, and in the middle is the oven. I'm constantly checking for reindeer, but nothing for the moment. Not one. Usually they would be in the snow when it's so hot. I mean, it's at least 27 now here. I'm sweating. And then you should actually be able to spot them easier, right? Brown in white, but I don't see, sadly. But I can see the border stone to Norway. Dope. I'm pretty stoked that it works with my kayak for the moment. It works pretty well, actually. Better than expected. Okay, the first 2 days they were brutal. I was really exhausted yesterday. Done. But now, all good. I already made those 12 kilometers now. Perfect.
At the hut, I decide to move back and get my second bag before moving on.
Oh, cold. Nice. Okay. Let's go. Apparently there should be thunderstorm later, like in an hour or two. There's also some huge clouds forming. But yeah, it's only 55% chance. Maybe just some rain. Which would be actually quite welcome. But thunderstorm up here is actually not so funny. There's basically nothing which is higher than I am. There's no trees, no building, no rocks. The only thing, the mountains. Otherwise you're fully in the open here. So I try to get lower now. It's the plan for the moment.
Trying to get lower is easier thought than done. I hopelessly underestimated the distances up here. And so I trudge on, circumnavigate dozens of swamps and hike through snowfields.
That's the lake I am heading towards to. Big lake, huge lake. Nice. Zoom down. Not that far anymore. But it's actually quite a bit down also. I have to climb up everything again later on. I just packed everything I need for shelter in this bag. So shelter and food. So in any case, if there is a storm or whatever, I'm prepared. Everything is fine. Just have to find a way now down. It's quite rough here. Oh, good. Quite a lot of snow. Bit like a maze here. There's everywhere lakes, swamps, cliffs. I have to navigate through here, but I think it's best I hold to the little flow there, and then I should reach the lake very, very soon. Sun is gone now. I think I will go to the lake and set up camp, see how the weather is, and then decide if I go back up, get the kayak, or if I do it later, or maybe even tomorrow. I have to see. Anyway, welcome to Norway. I am officially in the Junkerdal National Park. Looks okay for the moment. I felt some raindrops before, but otherwise it's just amazing. Gigantic lake. I can hear thunder roaring and I feel again a little rain, but I'm almost down. And I see a little boat hut over there. So maybe that's where I'm heading now. Probably for the best, or somewhere there. First down. Oh. Oh. Oh, it actually feels good. There's a little river, no chance I can get through without wet feet. Oh. not a good place to be. Oh. Uh-oh. Storm. Big rain over there and there. But for the moment I was lucky. Got now some water and then I chill a little bit in the tent.
Some fish today. So my plan is I'll sleep and tomorrow very early I go get the kayak. Then I cross the lake and make the next portage. Still quite some kilometers to do. So back to the kayak it's 3.2 kilometers. And then down again is another 3.2. And then this lake I think it has 7. The length of it. So quite a day tomorrow as well. But now I'm feeling good. Honestly, way better than yesterday. I'm looking forward to just relax a little bit here. When the belly is full once.
A beautiful spot here now with the sunset. Amazing. The sun goes now like this, goes quickly below this hill and comes up there again. It's now 10:30 in the evening, so yeah, not much of a night here at this time of the year, which is actually, I like it a lot because you can be active so much, and on the other hand it's fairly tough on one's sleep. I usually don't get much more than 5-6 hours in, so there's that. But still, to be able to walk always, you don't need a torch lamp or anything. Pretty practical. Anyways, I was just still wandering around here barefoot. It's all very mossy here, so it's not a problem at all, which is nice for a change. And yeah, my kayak is somewhere up there, 200 meters higher and 3 kilometers further. I went by this dry water flow there, I came down and then I crossed over to here. So that's the plan for like in 5 hours. I will do that when the sun comes up here again. I think until then I will try to sleep, get some sleep in while it's cold and darker. And yeah, I was hoping to see some animals now. There is a lot of birds around, seagulls, whimpers, I think you call them like this in English, but no mammals, nothing.
There's a lot of poo around them, but I think they're higher and more clever. I think they're by the snow and where there's fewer mosquitoes. There's quite a lot down here and a lot of horseflies, as I told you. So you really have to take care. Anyway, yeah, what a beautiful spot. What a spot. Junkerdal National Park. Amazing. I love it. So good. And the storm was quite heavy in the end. I spent like 2 hours in the tent, just cooking, eating, easy going. And now, as if nothing happened. Wet. The ground is wet, yeah. But that's all. So yeah, I told you seagulls. They're here because the ocean is actually just in that direction here. Maybe 30 kilometers. So it's really close. Some baby birds with the mother. Cute. Moose prints there, if you can see them. Quite a lot actually. Good morning. I'm already walking again. It is now 6:10 in the morning. Sun is already burning down like crazy. It was a good night. Very good night. Short but good. And yeah, I'm heading back the 3 kilometers to the kayak, which is up there the mountain. I started extra early today because I still need to go to the beach with the kayak and build it and row to the house, pick up my stuff and cross the lake, which is also, I think it's 7 kilometers, I'm not sure. It's a Lake Balviken, if I'm not mistaken. Plaviken, something like that, probably. Wetlands in front of me. Whew. 50 minutes later I'm almost up and I'm just in the quest of certain water. Quite some ptarmigans up there. I think you call it like that in English, unsure, but it's the ones you can eat. the good ones. I found it again. Whew. All good. Yes, all good.
Reunited with my kayak, which had weathered the stormy night unscathed, I begin the 3.5 kilometer descent towards the lake. I move slowly, almost solemnly, through a landscape edged by the vanished glaciers. There are ancient paths still visible in the weary curves of the land.
The air this morning feels crisp, almost gossamer, and every step reminds me how deftly time can shape even the hardest stone.
Good to sit.
Man, sitting down feels really good, but I'm also constantly harassed by 1,000 horseflies, a seagull, and my own smell. It is definitely time to take a bath.
Back at the house. Whew, that was now quite a trip. Moose. If you can see it, I'm not sure. My stuff is still here. Perfect. Alright, let's get moving. It's 7 kilometers to the north here. The whole lake is, as I already told you, in the Junkerdal National Park. So all the shores you see here is Junkerdal. And it's actually quite a special national park because there is a very rare flowers, or there are very rare flowers which are only appearing here. I think it's the Arctic bellflower and the Arctic heaven. I couldn't spot them for the moment, but I will have a look later on again. I think it was just too dry the last 3-4 weeks. So, and normally those flowers are never that far south, so they are more used to cold weather, so they're actually more north. But here in this Junkerdal National Park, they are. And yeah, there should be actually quite a wide range of wildlife here. For example, lynx or even brown bears or wolverines also. And reindeer, elks and so on. It's quite a big lake. It's about 41 square kilometers. And we are at around 600 meters. So that's also why there is actually no trees. Just a few, but not many. Just too high. It's actually quite interesting. The name Junkerdal means Nobleman's Valley, actually. And it's called after a guy who passed here through in 1600 something. I don't really remember the exact date, but he went here through and then later on they called it after him. Never saw something like me, huh? I have no food, sorry. I have two issues with the kayak. One Velcro strap broke and a screw went missing, which means I will have to fix those things later. It's actually two very important things. Yeah, not good. It's now day 2 on the water only. There's already two things which are lost / broken, although it's not really, I'm not using it for what it's meant to. to do, right? The backpack is also self-made, so I think the company Oru, they never thought about someone carrying it around for 50 kilometers, I guess.
Once the gull lets go of me, the lake's surface grows even calmer. The sun's reflection on the mirror-like water is almost blinding. Yet the paddle is beautiful, and I soon arrive at the far shore of this vast lake.
I am just reaching the shore, and yeah, straight ahead above this hill, and behind there is the next lake. That's a portage of 5.2 kilometers now. It's now just 12 o'clock midday, so I see what I do now. Probably make a bit of a break and then start with the portage, make a part. Yeah, easy going. It's too hot to climb now this hill. I better sleep a bit, take it easy in the shadow, and then I head on. You hear that? Everything wants to eat you here. There's like millions of those horseflies. Crazy. As soon as you're close to a forest. But I could sleep quite a bit. Oh, perfect. Now I will move on. I hear thunder in the distance, but I get out and check it. Maybe I don't go far, maybe I still make 5-6 kilometers. We'll see. Looks like that the bad weather is moving away from me. There is big thunderstorm and here, but it doesn't move towards me, so I move a little bit now. I just packed everything. Kayak stays here. I take the big bag and walk a little bit. Not so sure anymore about no storm approaching. It doesn't look so good there. So I'm searching water actually. Just in time. I made 3 kilometers about. I smelled the rain and then I was like, nah, let's better put up the tent. It's not the best place here. It's a huge mosquito infected area. But yeah, otherwise pretty comfy. There's the camp and I'm heading now back to the kayak. It stopped raining. It's again blue sky everywhere. So I thought, why not? It's now 6 o'clock. So I should be back in like 2 hours if everything goes well. And then it's time for dinner. So those mountains there, It's actually the ones we saw 2 days ago when we were on the big lake, on Lake Ikes. There is so many horseflies. Dinner is served, looks like.
Hey guys, I'm super cozy in my sleeping bag. It's finally getting colder now. It's about 12 degrees, I would say. Before, when the sun was here, 30, 31 I guess. Was 18.2 kilometers today. 28,399 steps. 6,864 calories. My body battery is at 41. That's quite okay. And I made 470 vertical meters. I'm not as far as I planned to, but I had some difficulties on the lake with the kayak. I told you 2 things were broken. I had to repair it. Fairly important things actually. And yeah, they set me back. Then at midday the little storm here also. I had to wait a bit. But otherwise, everything good for the moment. I'm fairly happy that I took some weight at home, because I could never eat 6,800 calories or transport. Soon I will start also to fish though, so I will get in some calories there. Although fish doesn't really have a lot of calories, right? I would need to eat a lot of fish to keep up. Yeah, but otherwise all good.
Little did I know that there will be plenty of problems regarding the food. But for now, I'm simply enjoying myself here high in the mountains between Sweden and Norway. Tabanus sudeticus, commonly known as the dark giant horsefly. These relentless creatures will define the days ahead. I rise early, hoping to move quickly through the cool morning air, covering as much distance as I can before the flies awaken and the sun turns merciless. But it also feels good to be for once chased down by so many females. The constant buzzing is already starting to affect my sanity.
Horsefly issue is worse than yesterday. There's like 50 or 100 around me at any given moment. They try their best to reach my skin, unsuccessfully. I'm just making here a break, and I can see the huge glaciers there, you see? This direction would now be Sarek, and I'm heading there. There should be a lake very soon, like in a kilometer or so. I saw a lot of moose prints again, but I don't know where they are. I think those horseflies, they also stress them, so an antler of a reindeer. Quite a big one. Must be here since long. Looks old. Cool. But no reindeer. They're all much more clever than I am. High up in the mountains where there is no horseflies, I guess. Unsure though.
Now, as it gets warmer, I move my 2 bags slowly, kilometer for kilometer further.
Right. I'm up the hill with both bags, and behind this hill there is a big lake. That's my goal. Oh, and finally some cloudberries. Nice. The first cloudberries. Just looking for some water here because actually I thought I could do a little midday break just here. Put shortly the tent up. There's a big stone I can hide in the shadow of it, which would be perfect. But I need some water, and there is only not nice water. Camp is built here. I slept a little bit, ate something, took it easy, and now I go on and try to reach the next lake. I leave it now standing just to have a home in case I'm too tired to then again walk back. We'll see. First I bring now the kayak to the lake. Should be somewhere in that direction. Not too far. Beautiful little lake. Beautiful. And that's quite some serious mountains. The one behind there also. And this one. So I should be there any moment. Could have actually already paddled here and then crossed there again. Yeah, too much of a hassle.
The short nap was revitalizing, and so I continue late in the afternoon towards the lake. There's no path, only thick bushes and uneven ground, making the progress slow and arduous.
I could actually camp here and then take a bath there. The lake.
It is still early, and to my relief, the horseflies are asleep for now. But I know it won't last, so I move quickly, eager to get the kayak onto the lake before they wake.
Another day. It's about 5:30ish, 6 around, and I just started the hike to the kayak. It's again a glorious morning, no clouds, beautiful. Yes, all still there where I left it yesterday. I need to go there to the other shore. Then above this little thingy there, and then there's another lake, and then down a valley. That's the plan. But first I have to make the kayak.
Alright, so the plan for today is to cross one lake, hike up a mountain pass, then cross another lake, one that's probably still frozen, and finally follow a canyon down into the low forests of Sweden.
Kayak is ready and I'm ready to rumble. Lake is like a mirror, no wind, 4 kilometers in this direction. Beautiful day. Let's go. Oh, it's very quickly, very deep here. I can see our friends the ducks again to our left. What a wonderful lake here, oh my god. It's like in a dream of water now. It's pitch black, so it's a really deep lake, and it's ice cold, so stay close to the shore, and it's not a good idea to go swim here, it's too cold. There is a very sweet smell in the air of flowers here. The water is crazy clear, like you see everything on the ground.
What a beautiful lake crossing this was. I feel lucky. My mood is high, yet I can't help but feel a bit uneasy about the climb that lies ahead.
I just started hiking up, so the plan is to go straight like this on the right side of the big canyon, and there is the kayak. There's a few horsefly, but much less than yesterday. There's also some birds hunting, which is nice. Go birds! Get them. Yeah, let's see. It took me now about half an hour to pack the kayak with everything, which is actually pretty good. Let's see how long it takes now to go up here, and then on the other side a bit down, not much. The lake is a lot higher than this one. I almost think 150 meters, something like that. I just learned that following a dried up or almost dried up little stream has its big advantages. There is like jungle around me, and here it's like a little highway actually. Very practical. That's it. Just a little highway. Oh, the kayak is already small.
As I'm already quite weary from the past days, I decide to take many small breaks. I carry the 2 bags in stages, using a kind of layered belt system. Never going more than 2 kilometers with one, before returning for the other.
It took me 53 minutes to come up here. The kayak was 46 and down back to the lake I needed 15 minutes. Crazy difference. And the kayak is already 2 kilometers further. And let's get going. Yeah, I was now walking there with the kayak and it's just amazing. Amazing, the place. It's a beautiful high plateau up there with a fairly big river and some little lakes, huge boulders. It's really a paradise now coming up. Ta-da! Check this out. There's the river. It's really big. It's like 15 meters to cross. It's not deep, but wide. And yeah, I have to go up there behind this little hill there, or the ridge line. There is the next lake. Beautiful place here. And for once, fairly easy to walk also. Just straight, not too much stuff on the ground. Perfect. Just making a little break here to see if I can spot an animal, but there is nothing. I see a lot of tracks everywhere, but no animal. I guess if there is less mosquitoes, they're here grassing in the wetlands. I mean, it's super lush green and everything. Perfect hiding place here from the sun or in winter. It's really a nice big boulder. Huge. There's another one in front. Whew. What a place. And everywhere are little waterfalls. Magnifique.
Finally, exhausted, I'm standing in front of the mountain lake. What a view.
I made it. I'm at the lake. There's still a little bit of ice and snow on it. Interesting, but it will be okay. Nice. So now I'm at 850 meters. It's the highest point of kayak driving, kayaking. Woo. Looking forward when I'm down. Then I have to go once back and get the yellow bag and then hop on the kayak to the other shore. Should be like 4 kilometers. So here we are again at this water border basically. Everything flowing in this direction goes in the Baltic and everything here goes into the Atlantic. Perfect spot here. Make the kayak, and here I can put it in the water. And then this direction.
Out on the lake, the same thoughts return as a few days ago. I am probably the first person ever to paddle here. It fills me with a quiet sense of respect, and I can't help but feel small. Not that it really matters, but still.
I think I am in Sweden again. I just crossed the border, which is like 20 meters behind me. It's amazing here. In front of me there are some gulls, like 10 of them, just hanging in the water. And yeah, I think I am searching now a good spot to go on land as close to the outflow of the lake as possible. What an amazing place. See the water there? I just realized that the outflow makes like a Z here, so I will have to go there again, and I put the camp here. So I should have either camped over there or cross and go over there, but yeah. You learn with time. I should have studied the map a bit better. But yeah, it's a good place, very good place. Can't complain. Funny, and there's actually also an outflow here when there's more water. You can see it. Was a good day. 17 kilometers by foot. So yeah, 3 times 5.8 it was, plus in the morning from the campsite to the first lake. Then I crossed the first lake, which was about 4.2 kilometers. Took me an hour. And then this one here, which wasn't that long, it was I think like 2.8, something like that. And yeah, I just slept like 20 minutes, a little power nap. Always good. It's 7 o'clock now in the evening. I will soon have to start making some dinner. Time to eat. I'm hungry. Didn't eat midday food, so I'm trying to not eat too much because I don't have so much food with me for the whole 3 weeks. I ate no breakfast today and no lunch, so I'm a bit starving. And yesterday I also ate no dinner, just lunch. But it works out, I have still some food with me. At least up high here there are much fewer of those insects, so it's easy going. Just a few. The kayak is working pretty well. It was now lake number 4. There is no leakage, nothing. There is some stains or scratches, but what you want. It's life cycle of such a thing, but I'm really impressed. It works super well. I mean, it was a bit, I would not say risky, but a bit maybe, to just head out with this thing and do this crazy adventure. But for the moment I must say I'm very happy with my Oro kayak. Crazy. And even here now with a lot of waves it was quite okay. You feel it, but tranquille. Beautiful thing. It's huge actually. And before I just carried it on my shoulders, it also works out. So yeah, I'm ready for the smaller portages now, which come ahead. If you can see there in the distance, there's a huge lake, and that's my next goal. So I have to go down here for 5.2 kilometers tomorrow. Food, enough talking, I need to eat. Maybe I will study the map later a little bit, just to get an overview of the next days. So I'm not sure. You can see it. So this I did now yesterday. Today I made this lake, went over here, made the lake, and now I'm just about here. And tomorrow I go to this big lake, and from there on it leads on down. That would be like this. So here, and then all the way down to probably till here. I have to see the next few days. Also how the weather will be. But yeah, that's so far the plan. Now a little sunset here at the lake. It's already 10 o'clock, so soon I should get some sleep. There is a bird on the snow. Many birds on the snow. Funny, what are they doing? Alright, see you tomorrow, guys. Mosquitoes.
I spent a quiet and restful night up here in the mountains. Actually, the first restful night since many days. The cooling effect of the still half-frozen lake helped me to sleep.
looks like it's gonna be quite an easy day for the moment. It's just basically walking out this beautiful valley. Just have to cover some distance and that's it. But the ground is also good here, so I think I will do well today. At least for the moment.
The valley ahead stretches for 6 kilometers, descending gently to around 550 meters. The vegetation changes and, almost miraculously, the horseflies disappear. A small mercy after days of relentless buzzing.
Now we can see the lake I'm heading towards very well. This one. It goes all behind here, the mountain slope to the left.
Once I left the shore of the lake, the wind faded and the heat took over. The hike became brutal, so I put on my earphones and played Siente by DJ Chigola. A rare luxury out here, where every bit of energy feels sacred.
I'm making 30 minutes steps, so I walk 30 minutes, then I turn around and get the other bag. I figure it's almost the comfiest way like this, because this bag is a bit uncomfy to carry because it doesn't really sit on the hips, and the other one is heavy, so I either have the choice of comfy or heavy, or uncomfy or heavy. So every 30 minutes a change is good, and then I can also every 30 minutes walk back without anything. And I am just checking now, because this river here actually ends up in the lake I want to paddle after, which is down here. And maybe I can enter down there already the river with the kayak. It looks very slow flowing, flat, beautiful. So I will check the map and see if that's a possibility. That would be great to save some time actually. It's still a long way to go.
It's almost midday, and the relentless climb and descent in this heat leave me weary and lightheaded. Each step grows heavier, the lack of calories catching up with me in an exasperating slow burn.
It's quite bushwhacking now, so I'm keeping the distances between the bags shorter. There's the kayak just here, and the yellow bag is 10 minutes in this direction. Just that it's easier to find, and it's also midday, so it's pretty warm again. But I'm soon at the lake. Whew. I need to walk a bit further until I can build the kayak, and I still have to get it. It's still up there by the snow. But I'm down. I got the kayak, and now I have the last few meters in front of me where I have to go down, and I don't know, I just thought it feels kind of special now. It's an important moment of this adventure that I arrive here at this part of the trip, and it feels also like difficult and quite long part is now behind me, and from now on the mood of the trip, let's call it like this, will significantly change. The way of traveling, the landscape. Yeah. And I'm looking now forward to this evening and the next 10 days probably. I'm not sure how long I need. Maybe longer. there's a bridge, you can make it out. So there is actually a way to a hut which is 15 kilometers in that direction. Very rusty and old bridge. Another tributary coming in, so soon hopefully enough water. I am packing the kayak with everything which is very important and shouldn't get wet, well protected, and all the rest can go in front or in the back. Looking good so far. I'm looking forward to be on the water soon, and here it's perfect to go on this little river. Let's go! Whew. Oh. All right. Could actually be sitting in the kayak. It's deeper here, but it gets shallower again. I have to take care not to break the floor. It's not as stable as a canoe. Damn it! Whew, better. Beautiful place here. Beautiful place. Big rock ahead. He doesn't like me, not at all. My plan is now to not pedal too far because I would like to prepare actually everything for the next days. And yeah, I'm looking out for a good camping spot now. But first I have to fight here against the wind, get out of this lake and enter a new one which should be out of the wind again. A nice little beach here for a quick break and an amazing view. There in the distance you really can see the glaciers. Here at this little opening there it would go to the big lake, but yeah, it's too windy for my kayak. It doesn't support a lot of wind. So yeah, I walked today all the way down here to this little lake. Now I just pedal out here and I am basically here. So my plan would have been to go along here and go to this hut, but I will go on like this. So I enter here on the right to those little lakes and see if that works out. Sand. That's the plan for now. There is all kinds of tracks, deer, moose, wolverine I think as well. There is plenty of beautiful spots here to the right. On top of the hill there would be a beach to go on land here. Beautiful. But I still go on a little bit, just around the corner there. Get a better view on the big lake, I hope. It looks like that there is a beach. Watch there. Perfect spots everywhere. I need a beach. There is no way I can go on land here. Maybe around the corner now there. Let's see. There's a little bay coming up. Slightly out of the wind. Looks perfect.
It's been a long day. I arrive late at a small camping spot with a stunning view. The sun barely dips below the horizon, leaving me enough light to eat, rest, and take a brief bath in the icy waters. A cold but perfect ending to this day.
Already smells good. En gute. Wow. So the glaciers there are called Sulitelma, also the mountains. I'm protecting myself from the mosquitoes with the down jacket. Yeah, it's Sweden's biggest glacier and one of the bigger ones in Norway. The border goes along the glacier in this direction. It's believe something about 20 square kilometers
big. It's quite massive from here, you can see it. And from there comes the water of this lake. And this is then part of the Lule River watershed, actually. So the start of quite a significant river in Sweden. And there is no one. I came from there, all the way behind.
There is a certain beauty in nature's tardiness. Nothing rushes, yet everything unfolds in its own time. Out here, many of the best moments are inadvertent, small strokes of serendipity that quietly turn into memories.
I try to be as quiet as possible today, to have a chance to spot an elk or some other animals. Let's hope for the best. It was a wonderful spot to spend the night, and now I'm looking forward for this paddle day. No walking today, just a little portage, but that's okay. It's about time. Was no tough. I just watched before. I made in the last 7 days 18 kilometers average a day of hiking and 6 of kayaking. Cheers. It's actually quite fun. It's all the work I had to get here the past 7 days. They were super tough, but you quickly always forget the toughness of those trips, and you always want to come back and do something similar. Also, the winter trips I'm doing, it's the same. Each time when you're there and you have some struggles, it's like in your brain, you know, going a bit around like what you're actually doing here, and it's tough, and you could just stay at home. But the moment you are a bit relaxed, it's already so far in the past that your brain only takes in the beauty. Maybe self-protective, but although it's not really protecting anything. Okay, should be just over here. Let's see how far it is. It's a bit of a problem. I need to surround. Could work like that. Could work. Yes. Alright, portage is done. There are clouds coming here.
a bit more wind. And yeah, actually I had a look on the map, and there is supposed to be a kata, so an original hut from the Sami, somewhere here. I went checking, but I couldn't find anything. Maybe it's broken, not here anymore, or it's super well hidden in the green there. But anyways, I will now continue in this direction for several kilometers and try to find a good spot for camp before it starts raining, hopefully. So yeah, I'm exactly here now, and I will continue now along the coast here on this side until I find a good spot for camp. That's the plan so far. I hope there's some nice beaches. I just checked again the map, and it should actually just be here, right there. So it doesn't exist anymore. I also didn't see any remains of it whatsoever. But it's not the last one we are crossing. There is several coming up. So maybe we are lucky and we can manage to find one which is still existing. That would be actually nice. So I'm heading now further in direction east, and yeah, there's actually the storm slowly approaching from behind me. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, which means I stay behind this huge island, so I'm a bit sheltered from the wind, which is probably a good idea, and very close to the shore. Better. Never know. And there is everywhere little bays where I can find shelter very quickly, which is nice. From now on, I'm out of the nature park. This is just normal land, not specially protected, as I know, as far as I know at least. And I think it's also the reason that it's not protected, because it's not that easy to get here. Actually, there are no roads here, so it stays protected. Alright, weather checked, and apparently in 2 hours it will be raining like crazy. 20 millimeters forecast, and 18 to 25 kilometers per hour wind, which is too much. So I dig in somewhere here, and apparently tomorrow morning it should be good to continue, which is good. So I take an easy day today, and I continue tomorrow early morning, and I make myself now somewhere good shelter. Let's see. So probably to the right. Let's have a look if there's a good spot here. Secure the boat. Yeah, I could put the tent here or a bit higher. I need also a place for my tarp, so some trees would be nice. Let's see. Well, there could be some berries here actually. For once, maybe. No. Way too dry, everything. Crazy. There is an animal path here as well. And here behind there is some wetlands and some cliffs in the distance. Okay, it looks actually pretty good here. Sheltered, enough trees. That could even be an old fireplace, you see? A very old fireplace. I read that here in the region you can find stone graves and relics of the indigenous people here, which are thousands of years old, and also burial sites have been found in the region here. Yeah, if you find a stone pile or whatever, it could be a grave. They found one. It had bear claws and stuff like this in it. Burial site. And it was, I think, almost 1,000 years old, but I'm not sure anymore. 100%. It was old. Anyway, you could actually come across quite some cool stuff here while hiking around. Oh, here it's also not bad. It's a bit closer to the kayak. Yeah. As soon as the sun is back, it's hot again. Yeah, I think here is a good place. Some trees for the tarp. I have a lot of rope, so that doesn't matter actually. And flat space for the tent. And close enough to the water. Can make some fishing and hopefully catch something. Let's do that. Great. Not really lucky with this one. Nothing so far, not one bite. Not from shore, nor now from here, the boat. So I will change. It's very shallow here as well. But which one? This one? Let's try something smaller. Orange. Still no rain. It's 1:30 now. I can see huge clouds up there, and here it also doesn't look too good, but no rain for the moment. Wind is still the same, but here I'm fairly well sheltered at least, which is nice. I just made a little nap here. Did good, and I'm playing a bit doctor. My big toe on the right foot is slightly in a bad state. I will have to play doctor now. I think that I'm gonna lose the toe. I think I'm gonna lose the toenail, definitely. It doesn't look good. There was some kind of pressure point. It's weird. I would not know from where. The shoes I'm wearing, I have them since long. And had never problems in the mountains. Maybe something somehow got under the nail. So yeah, if you have a weak stomach, then skip the next 20 seconds.
But you see the difference? It's much bigger in size and the color is horrible. And when I press it releases some juices and makes weird sounds. So I'm gonna cut it open now and see what I can do. And then disinfect it and try to keep it dry, which is not an easy task. Yeah. After I have to go and see if I can get some fish. I'm fairly hungry. Nice weather is nice, but cloudy, stormy weather is also beautiful. With the colors now in the lake and in the sky, it's much more contrast. It looks amazing. Oh yes. Let's get the party started. Oh, Angota with strawberry jam. Oh my god. More. So the pancakes, they were pretty amazing. I'm feeling much better now after this afternoon of sleeping and now some good food. And I'm just studying now the map for tomorrow. And if you watch here, I am exactly here and I'm watching this land mark there, this one. That should be that one. And yeah, I think tomorrow I will somehow try to get somewhere over here and spend the night there, and then I have again a bit longer portage of 1.5 kilometers. And after that it's just a short passage on the lake again here, and then again a portage of a longer one, 5 kilometers, with a path here. It's just crazy with the light now. I must say I'm actually pretty happy with the trip until now. It worked out very well for the moment. The kayak works well. It helped me a lot now, the last 5 lakes. Then the camp, everything goes well. I still can't do any fire because it didn't rain, so no fire for the moment, which is a bit of a hassle because I don't have so much gas. Fishing for the moment, I was a bit unlucky. Not one fish, and I really need fish. I don't have enough food to sustain the next 2 weeks almost, and yeah, we'll have to see tomorrow. Maybe in the morning a quick fish, and then in the evening again. They just didn't want to bite now, and it's 7 o'clock, so we'll see, maybe later again. Yeah, but otherwise everything went pretty well. I would need to shave a little bit, I think, when I see myself in the camera. It's okay. Makes you very humble, this place. It's just big and there is no one else, just me. It's early morning. Despite the weather turning rough, I'm already up, packing my gear in the first proper light of the morning. My body feels heavy and is aching from the past 8 days. But despite this, I feel motivated because today is the first day without the portage.
Barely any waves, no wind, cloudy weather, and a beautiful morning to start the day.
The morning takes me along the quiet southern coast, closer to the places where the water stirs with life, the good fishing spots I've been hoping for.
Dope. I had to pack myself a little bit better. It started raining. It's quiet, but it rains slightly. So I need to see that I stay more or less dry. Look here. So far a beautiful paddle today. The color of the water is just amazing. There's not too many bugs out. It's quiet, barely any wind. And yeah, I'm making actually quite good progress. It's already kilometer 5 now in 1.5 hours, which is okay, I would say. It's the first rain since 6 days now. I had this short storm on day 3, but that's it. Basically the first rain since 3 weeks this region sees here. That's why there is also still a fire ban, and I doubt it that it lifts it. This little bit of rain. Everything is so dry. Just soaks the water up like a sponge, and then it's dry again as soon as the sun comes out. So yeah.
At last, it was time to try my luck, to see what the lake was willing to give.
Yeah, not for the moment. I'll shortly maneuver to the stone where they were jumping. Actually, just there. Just take a bit. So there in the distance, this one is actually Mount Jutsa. It's about 1,000 meters high, a bit more, 1,050, something like this, that one. And there are a few islands which I will pass soon. And behind there is actually another of those katas, of those traditional Sami huts. And I actually planned on this trip to stay there and also hike this mountain. But I think I'm gonna have to skip the hike because of my toe. It still doesn't feel that good, to be honest. And I have still a lot of porters to do, so I need my toe for carrying the kayak and not making here high life on a mountain, even though I would really like to go up. I haven't been really up on a mountain this trip so far, and if you saw any of my other videos, I actually like going on mountains. And yeah, I thought combining it with a kayak trip like this would be quite dope, which it is. And I mean, I was on high passes by the lakes where there was still snow and ice on it. So yeah, I'm almost fully satisfied. You can't always get what you want, right? Anyway, the goal now is there, those islands
So we'll follow the coast and then go along this big mountain ridge there to the left. After a few futile attempts to catch fish in the open water, I move on, looking for a quiet spot to have lunch.
Right, welcome to Paradise Island here. Perfect little harbor.
Once on land, I waste no time and try my luck again. A few fish jump near the surface, just enough to give me hope.
Beautiful here, and there is no fireplace nor any other signs of humans, so I think it's not much used. I also don't see any trails or so. It's wonderful. There is some antlers. Quite a big one. Huge. So here it would be perfect to set up camp, or maybe a bit further behind by the trees. And here you have stones all around, and the water is directly like 2 meters deep. So it's a perfect spot for fishing and jumping into the water. Really nice. Anyway, I ate, I drank, I made a 5-minute nap, I had a coffee, I tried fishing here, but no luck. And yeah, I'm moving on. That's the plan. I'm leaving now this glacial area here in the high mountains, and I will follow now here out to the right, the valley. There is some portages in front of me and kind of a river system, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting now, and it's time to move on. I was actually just doing a little recap of what happened and where I am, because I made some kind of bullet point lists of where I want to be at which day, and day 7 and 8 would have been a rest day plus this mountain to my left, and today is day 8, so I am exactly on time with my planning. Just that I didn't hike the mountain and I didn't visit the hut 3 days ago, which I also had planned. So I'm back on track actually, just right now. I would be today on this mountain there. And if I continue now a bit further, I'm even a bit in front of my actual plan, which is good to know, because that's the first time for me to make such a trip with a kayak and hiking with such huge distances. So yeah, I must say I calculated quite well what I'm capable of actually walking and boating. So that's quite good. I'm almost done crossing the lake, and there, this is the long island, so behind there should be the Kata, where basically the river from there, or the stream, comes down and ends up here in the lake. And there it should actually also be good to do some fishing, I would say. I will see what time it is when I'm there, and then I decide, check the weather and see if I stay there for today
or if I move on. As I told you, I'm now as far as I plan to be on day 8, which is quite amazing. I'm actually very happy, and the weather is now just also perfect for doing some paddling around here. But I'm a little bit tired of the past 8 days, and actually a break day would be nice, but I cannot really do one now. I will see. Anyways, plan is now to head there, and up there in the slopes there's a huge waterfall, enormous. And it's also cool on the other side, on the slopes there is no trees, and you can see all the stones and boulders which were brought here by glaciers. It's thousands of them everywhere. I think in winter it's the side which is very exposed to the winds from the whole valley here, so not a lot of trees are growing on this slope. Probably quite avalanche prone as well, so it gives this quite amazing view. Dope. Alright, also a nice beach. Okay, so let's see. Oh god. Welcome to entertainment with Alex. Not today. Tired, low energy, hungry. I need some fish. I was so unlucky until now. I need fish. I'm only eating half a meal a day to have enough, and I really feel that my energy goes lower and lower. I mean, I still have some reserves on me, but every day about 6,000 kilocalories, and I eat maybe 700, tops 1,000 with chocolate sometimes, but that's gone now. No more chocolate, no more mango, no more peanuts, just those dried food from real. That's it. Alright, enough talking. Moving on. The map says it should be here. So that's the long little island, and then here should be the kata, which is here. Somewhere here. I think I'm very close. There. Okay, that's human made. What's this? What the heck? I want to avoid to get wet feet if possible. That's a sled. That's part of a sled at least. Alright, it's fairly old. Left here. Okay. It's broken. Well, emergency survival shelter, but that's not the kata. That's just an old sled. I was hoping to find a stash of whiskey or I don't know, something cool, not an empty one. That would have been dope. Yeah, no luck for the moment. I mean, there is everywhere big patches where there is nothing growing, so maybe it was once here and since then nothing grew, or
I'm just not lucky. I will now go back to the Oru and paddle a little bit backwards. Maybe it's by the big beach, could be one we saw before. It's like 1 minute in this direction, but I can't go by foot because there is a quite big river. Man, I would so love to find it. It's difficult. Okay. Because I watched on satellite images and I saw something brown, but I think it's just a rock there. So. Alright. So I checked the weather and in 2 hours it should rain. It's now 4 o'clock, so I decided I will make camp here behind where there is those flat spots I saw before when I was looking for the kata. It's just perfect. And yeah, then I can do some fishing and hopefully catch some fish. It's about time. But I think here with the river inflow it should actually work better.
The place I found is beautiful and more importantly close to a river. It's another chance to finally catch some fish. And with my food running dangerously low, the thought of a proper meal makes me excited. I spent hours around the river's mouth, moving from one small bay to the next. Dozens of casts. Nothing. Weary and a little desperate, I give up and head back, only to cast one last time near my camp.
After 2 hours I managed to get a brown trout. Watch this one. Nice. Beautiful fish. And finally some food. It's about time, mate. First fish of the trip. Took only 4 days and I don't know how many casts. Damn it. Oh god. But finally some food. I'm happy because my reserves of food are really going down. So now I can eat a big fish. Will give me a lot of energy for the next days. Was a good decision to stop here and fish. Okay. Whew. First portion I just do a bit of salt and pepper. And the next one I maybe make with a crust of bread. I have bread crumbles with, so first like this. And I got polenta. So a good mix of good food. Oh. And water. How is the fish? Do I need more salt? Oh. More salt. It's how you imagine it. It's brown trout with polenta in the middle of nowhere. It's great. Just note to myself, make the polenta after the fish. It's better. Looks like rain coming very quickly. There it's not looking good. There it's already raining. I clean now up and then I have a special treat for this occasion. Oh yes, I waited until now. But I think it's the perfect moment to open.
It's a bit of an old tradition. Well, as old as it can be when you're in your 30s. I got it from my father-in-law, and sometimes I stick to it. Just a little sip to warm yourself. Woke up super late. It's now 8:17 in the morning. Normally I was always awake at like 5, today at 7, so I quickly packed everything up, packed the boat, and now I'm sitting here ready to tackle this day. I'm heading now towards the exit of this lake, which is somewhere over there. I need to check the map again and then head on. Alright, let's start this day. I'm almost a little bit melancholic to leave this place. I'm pedaling super slow, like just admiring the view and spot some really cool stuff. Up there in the forest there are huge boulders brought here by the glaciers, but really huge, like buildings. Anyways, it's getting very narrow here, and I have to see that I don't get stuck on a stone or capsize the kayak. Some ice in front and clear paddling. Just before midday, I arrive at the start of the first portage. I pack my gear and get ready to follow the river for roughly 2 kilometers. Meanwhile, the sky has turned heavy and grey, a sure sign that rain is coming.
Nice little tracks, my animals, and in winter there is a snowmobile track. That's why there is everywhere those posts. And I see a lot of moose tracks, so they also use it, which is quite nice. I made it to the other lake, but I'm hurrying back because it smells like rain. In my attempt to pack efficiently, I forgot to pack my rain jacket, and it's still 1.52 kilometers in that direction. So I'm hurrying back now. Okay, so all in all about 14 minutes to build and pack the boat. Packing it up, it's probably like 20 minutes. So a good hour each time I need to change leg. I have to take care, I should not go too far. The portage is not that big and it's a bit hidden, I believe.
It was like a kilometer of lake, and the upper one was about 3. And now I have a medium-sized portage, and I leave everything to sleep, eat and cover here, take down the kayak, take with me the rain jacket, and then walk back up. And when I'm here, I decide if I still walk down to the kayak or if I camp here and tomorrow morning head down to the kayak and set it up. Exactly, that's the plan for the moment. But first, I enjoy a little cappuccino, I thought. Oh no, cappuccino with mosquito. Quick break. Bag is there, just to remember. Big stone, and I'm checking out if I can get to the water here. It's quite a steep cliff. It looks okay. Here it looks actually perfect. Oh. Yeah. I'm on my way back to my backpack and sleeping stuff and cooking stuff, and it finally started raining. Oh, and got also cooler, I could feel it. Nice, finally. Some good rain. Hundreds of cloudberries, but none of them ripe yet, or still very red. 5 more days and they will be good, but not here, not yet. Maybe further down the valley if I'm lucky. Each one would be a calorie, would be nice to have. I need food, I'm hungry again, very hungry. So batteries are low. I also camera battery and my one too, but I still will go down now. I couldn't find a good place to camp. It's all wet and a very moisty land. So yeah, I'm heading down to the kayak. We'll manage slowly but steadily, and then tomorrow I can start on the lake, easy going. But yeah, batteries are empty and I need to rest as well. I came now all the way from those mountains there today. Okay, let's do it. One last portage and then it's done.
At last, I've reached today's destination. The day was long, the final portage stretching over 5 exhausting hours. By the end, I was completely drained. All I want is warmth, food and rest. But as always in the wild, the work doesn't end. Setting up camp and preparing dinner fill the next 2 hours under a sky still heavy with light.
I'm sitting finally with my hot chocolate in my tent. Was now a tough one. It's 9 o'clock and yeah, it was longer than expected in the end, but I found here a super cozy place next to this river. I checked the weather, so there should not be any crazy rain, so that the river goes very high and I get swept away here. Double checking always. And it looks very good. Anyways, I will enjoy now my hot chocolate, eat some pasta bolognese I have still, and go to bed. It was a very long day. A lot of portaging. Three portage I made Did I? Yes, I did. 3 of them. Crazy. And tomorrow there is again 2 coming up, but shorter ones, not such a long one. This one was not very long and tough because it was through the forest with rain, so I went soaking wet. Up with the rain, it looked crazy, like, I don't know, like Jurassic Park. I had the feeling with the fog moving in and everything damp and this vegetation and the mountains, and so dark and already late. Crazy atmosphere it was. Crazy. Oh, sorry. I need to go to sleep. It was a really tough day, and again, not enough food at all. I had no breakfast. I ate 2 granola bars, each 250 kilocalories, and I drank the coffee. That was quite good. Revitalite, blah blah. Whatever. Cannot even talk anymore. Anyways. So yeah, now bolognese and then sleeping. See you tomorrow, guys. I'm out. It rained heavily throughout the night, and by morning the river had risen, which made the cascades amazingly powerful. Anyway, after building my kayak again, I searched for a good passage down to the lake and set out in the early morning hours. Fresh wind coming from in front of me. Just at this little bay here where I'm protected from the wind, so fewer waves. Quite a nice place. Could also be nice for a camp somewhere here on the coast. Anyway, shortly checking the map and my path. I will have to go around this thing here and then straight on, but I think I'm going to follow the coast just for security reasons, actually. This morning the air feels heavy, almost solemn. Dark clouds drift low and the lake churns with dark, restless water that stirs a quiet unease in me.
In the bay, I just checked the map and we are here 45 kilometers away from the next road. So it's for Europe quite a lot, actually. So all the countryside and forests, it's all prime forest here. Never logged, never touched. Apart from some smaller parts, I guess, by the Sami people. But as there are no roads, there is no industrial lodging. Lodging? No, lodging is sleeping, right? Logging, wood cutting, woodwork, whatever. Anyways, yeah. So it's beautiful forest with a lot of different trees and plants and animals, full of life, and mushrooms, a lot of mushrooms. Okay, I leave the kayak like this. Watch the portage, should be like a kilometer, maybe 1.5. I will measure it with the watch and then I'll see if I undo it or if I carry it on my back. I
Yes, I will have to undo it, but we see. Now first the portage.
Crazy landscape here. It's a bit like yesterday when we came down the mountain. Just here it's more or less flat. Pretty dope. It's again very green and lush and jungle kind of, or boreal jungle. It's one of the nicer places of this dense forest. And up in the forest there's also something interesting. It's like a huge boulder in the middle of the forest which has a different color. Probably brought there by glaciers, but it's enormous. Just a moment of appreciating what for beautiful places we got here on our planet. So peaceful here, crazy. Beautiful little beach here. Looks doable, but I can't risk losing anything out here. That would not be cool.
After briefly dancing around the white water and the wind, I glide into a small bay that feels like paradise. Quiet, sheltered, and warm. I take a short break to prepare for the next portage. It's a short one, barely 700 meters, so I keep the kayak folded and walk along the rapids instead. The air carries a faint smell of smoke, and somewhere ahead I hear something strange, a sound that feels out of place in this wilderness. And only moments later I stumble upon something completely unexpected.
Quite a nice little path here and portage. Some fireplaces already made. There's even markings. I think I'm back to civilization. It's really nice.
It's a rough morning. The weather is perfect, the air still and subdued, but yesterday's moonshine, shared by one of the ever-hospitable Finnish guys, takes its toll. My head feels weary, my balance brittle at best, yet I move placidly on, exasperated but faintly amused by my own condition. There is no time to linger. The day ahead will be arduous enough.
Well, interesting. It's either an art piece or it's one of those signs. You know this movie where 5 guys go hike in the Swedish wilderness and suddenly they are attacked by some weird tribe which is somehow worshipping some forest troll goddess, weird stuff. And I think to remember that in this movie there was also some sort of signs like this in the forest, and if you followed them it brought you to those places where they worshipped the god. So let's see if there's another one. Super nice mini port here for me. Oh wow. Ta-da. Let's check it out.
What I find is a sea of cloudberries scattered across the high grounds just behind the beach. The air grows heavy again as dreary weather creeps in from the east. I decide to set up camp quickly and rest for a few hours.
There is some little sun just above me. Oh, it feels good. It went cold. It's like 9 in the evening. Now I would say it's 16, 17 degrees. With the sun directly 24. Still the same day. I did not spend the whole day here. It's now about 1 o'clock. And yeah, I thought I'd move on. I used the window of opportunity of no rain. There is a lot of open clouds. So it seems like the weather forecast is correct this time. I head now to the kayak and then I hop on the next lake and paddle my way through the next lake and to the next portage, which is a short one, then a small lake and then another short portage and then a bit a longer lake. So 2 portages I had and 1 longer lake. A million cloudberries here, stuffed, it's full everywhere. So it just really needs only the right conditions, because until now I was not very lucky. But here at this little lake it is full. I'm in quite a dense forest here, trying to get out on the other side, but there's everywhere holes in the ground, so you have to take care where you put your feet. Better. It's a bit boggy here, or a bit, super a lot. Okay, moment of truth. Do I need to walk? Or is there a little water passage? It looks like there's a little water passage. Come on. I think the rain of the last 2 days saved my butt here. Looks like, at least. But I'm not jinxing it. Yeah. Yes. There is water. Ha. Woohoo! Short break. It's quite a pedal. There is some rain coming up ahead. Okay. Rain can come. few more 100 meters.
Wet and a little tired, I decide at the next portage to pull the kayak through the forest, following a narrow stream that cuts like a swathe through the trees. Just deep enough, but not always. Already committed and too late to turn back, I move slowly, careful not to damage the hull.
Oh man, that was a dope portage with this little flow here. I came now through. It's crazy mosquito infested, but it was easy. And now it starts to rain quite a lot, so I pedal now downstream here. I circumnavigated this white water, and yeah, it's actually very short here on the lake, not far. Dope. Really dope. Woo! Oh God. I am soaked. So now I follow here the shore on the left side for maybe 1.5 kilometers, and then I should get to the next portage. So over there is the river, the white water, and over here is my portage. What a day. That was now real fun, this portage behind me. With this little flow I went through. It had just enough water to drag the kayak through. Some parts were a bit not enough, some parts were a bit too deep. So I was like to the hips in water. But it was great, great fun. And now the rain is back. Quite a lot everywhere, so weather forecast was wrong once more. This doesn't work out here, and I'm soaked to the bone. But it's okay, as long as I move I'm warm, so just move on until I find a cozy spot, and then I hop into my dry things. And maybe even make a fire, because I think the fire ban is now lifted with all this rain. Should be. It's now third day in a row where it's raining like that. So, all right, just landed here, and I gotta go over this hill here. Looks like. So let's see. A bit slippery slope here. Normally there should be a snowmobile track, or at least markings, and I checked the map twice, so I should be correct. There is the trail. Much easier, damn it. Just don't step into this. Everywhere here. But I found safe passage. And I'm almost by the lake. Alright. I did this rather unpleasant portage. Whew. But I made it, at least. So this lake is called Falles Lake, Falles, or Fjälles, I'm not sure. And on the north shore of it, it's not allowed to fish. I think it's like Sami owned, could be. So I will keep myself to the south shore of it. I anyway need to go there for the next portage. Welcome on land, back again. Let's see if I can find a more or less cozy place here. Yes, fireplace, a little path. Perfect. So fire is not really an option here. As it rained so much, it's all soaked, and as there is a fireplace, all the good wood is further away, I guess. So. And I'm hungry and thirsty, and to keep myself warm, I will just undo the kayak and then hop into the tent. I think that's a good plan instead of searching now too long firewood. It's all so wet. Even here, this pile. Forget it. So I'm not wasting time for that now. Sadly, would love to have a fire. Would be the first fire, and I'm almost certain the fire ban is lifted. I would need to check as soon as I have internet, but I don't have. So with this much rain, I'm sure it's lifted. Good morning and welcome to the jungle of the Swedish outback. I'm just fighting my way through here because at the end of this little jungle here there should be the Kungsleden, the famous Kungsleden, which is a very long hiking path. And I already see it, or at least a part of it. Not sure, but there's a bridge. I don't know if you can make it out. And there's a ton of spider net I'm walking into, and there's nice weather suddenly. I'm happy. It's a nice change. I am still super soaked. All my gear, everything, my lenses were foggy, the filters are foggy. Et voila! Bridge. So that's not part yet of the Kungsleden, but soon to be. In like 200-300 meters after, there should be the Kungsleden. Shaky, very shaky. Well, anyway, I think it's like 2.5 kilometers this portage, and then I come to a big lake, Triglevas or something like that. And that's actually also one of Sweden's nicest nature reserves. That's what I read, at least. Apparently super nice, a lot of old-grown forests and nice beaches and so on. So this will be the challenge of the day. But first this portage. the bugs are getting at me. There's a lot, and no bug spray helping here, funny enough. The view is incredible, beautiful place. I did pack the heavy backpack with all the gear, so that in the second round I have less to carry, but I'm not sure if it was a good idea. It's pretty heavy, so I will see if that's the last time I do that. And there is sadly no sign of a path yet. It's just wetlands. I'm on the Kungsleden. This is the famous Kungsleden. It's like a highway compared to the jungle. "24 kilometers ahead now on the lake, on this one, until I reach a road end. The first road since Norway, actually, since where I stopped with the car. Oh, it's good to be back on the water. It was a long portage now in the morning, 9 kilometers, and now I really have a long lake in front of me. And some huge waterfalls, beautiful spot here as well. Apparently very good trout, brown trout fishing and Arctic char, and probably also a lot of pike and perch. So I will try my luck later. Now you can really start seeing the size of this lake. It's huge. I think it's like 60 to 80 square kilometers. So that's just a small part we are seeing here. The Kungsleden would now go like this and passes over those mountains in between the two peaks, and then you would go to direction Jekvik from here, actually. So yeah, quite an amazing place, and I'm pretty alone on the water here. See no one. I saw 2 fishermen and a family before, and that's it. And some footsteps on the Kungsleden. I saw some hikers were around recently. What a place, wonderful. Just doing a mini stopover here in this bay out of the waves, and then I head further east. It is southeast actually, for still 20 kilometers. But I just needed to stop shortly and take a last look at this. So I came all the way from there. I don't know how many kilometers, 120 maybe? 130 about. At the east end of this lake there is a little place called Stenulu, and there they actually found stone dwellings from the Stone Age times, so fairly old stuff, and also some burial sites are to be found here around. So humans have been here quite a while. Just arriving at a little island, and I will hop shortly ashore if possible, just to stretch my legs a bit. Not used to sit so much. It's been now 7.98 kilometers in 2 hours and 32. So 1 hour 15 for 4 kilometers. Which is okay. With headwind also. There's a rainbow, you see? Very slightly. I'm just listening to music to get a bit in the rhythm of pedaling, and I must say, brushy one string, chicken in the corn,
Works really well, just for anyone who needs music to pedal. Still didn't figure out how to pee from the boat. I'm not standing up in this one. I could maybe lean over, but it's not so simple. So. Just checked the weather, so there is thunderstorms coming tonight, which means I need to find a good spot for camp. And the next 4 days, apparently during the day, there is thunderstorm, which means I can only paddle when there is no storm. Meaning I have to time it a bit and keep an eye on the sky, just to be sure to not be surprised by heavy winds or whatsoever. But I will now still go on the correct shore of this lake, where I need then to do the portage, so that I don't need to cross the whole lake tomorrow when there is storms, because for the moment it's not a problem. So still a few kilometers to paddle.
And good. Finally some food on the fire. Took only 14 days.
Beautiful how the sun goes down slowly here. It's 8 o'clock and it's still very high. Still another 2-3 hours. Just made my shelter storm-proof. Maybe in the night there will be the storm. Who knows? So like this, I'm double storm-proof. And yeah, food was good. But I think I know why the fire pit was not really used here. Because there is just no fish. No fish. It's a beautiful place. A lot of wood. Great view. Now a lot of mosquitoes. But it's very shallow, so it's difficult to fish. And yeah, you can easily lose your bait or lure, and then it's not so good. But anyway, I'm just enjoying the last sun, and then I will go to bed. Morning again. It was a wonderful camping spot. I already packed up. Storms are supposed to come, so I start early. It's now 6 o'clock, 6:20 to be exact.
And yeah, I had a good night. It's a pearl of a spot here, I must say. Really wonderful place with all the mountains and cliffs there, and the sunset was exactly between the mountains and it's glowing red. And yeah, for me this is almost the end, or soon. I would say 2-3 days longer, and then I arrive in Jekvik, where I hopefully will catch the bus to my car. Otherwise it would be another 70 kilometers. Oh, on the water very early. Oh, and I have my paddle wrong. Oh, I like the early mornings when the water is so calm. It's a beautiful paddle. So many different insects flying around, difficult to say what is what. Yeah, that was really a nice spot. And now the view is incredible. It's so calm. So my plan is now to follow the coast around the mountain in front of us. And then I enter a little, some sort of bay. And at the end of the bay there is actually a road which leads to Örnvik, if I'm correct. And I will take the road for 6 kilometers to reach the next lake. That's basically the only path I can take. There is no real porters here or whatever, so I hike the road. Should be fairly straightforward, not a lot of elevation, no bushwhacking like the last days. So yeah, easy, long, easy. Getting closer to the end of this lake. It was now a really nice hour in those quiet waters, and I can see the storm from here. It must be like 50-60 kilometers north of me, but you can hear the thunder rolling in the distance, quite impressive. Anyways, I'm getting closer now to the end of the lake, and it was a 24 kilometer paddle. Yesterday I made 20 and today 4. So I'm averaging about 3.2 kilometers per hour with the kayak. So yeah, it was quite a long paddle to get here. It's a long lake. The weather is turning bad quickly, so I'm making out a tarp on top, so if it starts raining I quickly go into the forest and hide myself under it. Looks like big rain coming now. 6 kilometers this road. It is a very lonely road. There's nothing going on the past half an hour. Just birds and mosquitoes. And maybe some reindeer, if I'm lucky.
The roads out here seem to stretch on forever. I walk placidly, listening to La Batteria e Completamente, slowly drifting into a trance.
So I finally arrived at the little river here, and it's kind of a lagoon, super nice. I'm already sitting again and very happy about it. It was now quite a portage.
storms building there and also over here, so it's time to search camp, I think. I'm also getting stronger headwind and bigger waves, so it starts being a little bit uncomfy on the lake, especially with this there. And it looks like it's approaching me, so I better get set up somewhere close. Let's see. I'm in my castle, protected from all sides. There is thunder and slight rain starting, so we'll see how it does now. I was quite lucky yesterday with the storms. They were all around me, but not above me, so that's good.
The plan today is to continue on this lake for about 10 kilometers and then turn to the east and follow Lake Labas another 20. At its end, I should find an entry to a long lake and river system.
I did now 11.95 kilometers and it's 10:30 in the morning. So I guess like 3 o'clock we'll reach the end of this lake around. It's there where you can see the mountains with the snow on. I'm not sure with the camera though. I made it to Lake Akka, which is just a small, very narrow lake, which brings me to this Blomnes. But I'm a bit wondering how the storm continues behind me. It maybe moves in another direction, it's hard to say, but it doesn't look good. And in this direction would be best weather. So I go on paddling for the moment and we'll keep an eye on that to get off the water quickly when it comes. Will be quick, I guess, so I have to be on my toes. I have some issues to get on land. It's like a meter thick mud here, so I cannot stand on it. And I need to go there. So I'm working my way forward step by step. Looks like the storm disappeared a bit. I'm ready for the portage. Boat stays here and I need to walk it there for not very long till another small lake. I hope the entrance to that lake is easier than here. Let's see. It's quite a nice little path here through the forest, considering where I am. If
if you see on the map where I am, I'm very surprised actually for this path, because in summer to get here is not easy. The way I took now is with a motorboat. It's almost impossible. It's just too many stones. There are some beautiful campsites around under nice trees, flat, dry. Compared to yesterday, that was fairly easy. It's a very special place here. It's also a weird atmosphere. I don't know, it's so quiet, and the fact that there is a little house, a cabin, makes it somehow a bit creepy, I don't know, and at the same time very beautiful. Spine of an elk, I think. It's quite huge. It's perfect moose country here, but there is no moose, but probably it's simply too loud. So we need to sneak for 2-3 hours around. Spot. Yeah. Okay. So that's quite a longer, like 2 kilometers or 1.5, and then I have to make a mini portage. Then again a lake of 500. Again a mini portage. Another lake of maybe 80, and then again a mini portage. So it's now quite a few lakes. 5 lakes actually, and then I arrive at the big lakes. So I think I do this lake, then I make the mini portage, and somewhere there I do camp, I think. Is that a good plan? Welcome to Lake Haruk, I believe it's called Haruk, or pronounced. And it's actually a double lake now. Very tiny lakes compared to the ones I did now the whole day. They're maybe 800 meters, 1 kilometer, max 2. And at the end of the second one, which is somewhere there, 2-3 kilometers, there is a little Sami village with just 2-3 houses, and it's called Haruk. And yeah, I go in that direction for the moment.
Evening arrives quickly, and I start searching for a decent spot to spend the night. The weather, still considerably pleasant, is about to change. The wind could soon turn, leaving me bound to shore. With my food supplies running low, that's the last thing I want, so I stick to the plan. Sleep early, wake up before dawn, and make my way across while the lake still lies calm.
There's some seagulls. I'm just finishing off the evening. I ate some meal of those already done meals, drying my clothes. The kayak has What a beautiful morning today. It's now 6 o'clock. There's no wind at all, but also no mosquitoes, so that's nice for a change. And the water is just wonderful. Okay, so 100 meters or 200 or 300 meters in that direction, there should be a path actually, which leads to those huts we saw. So I try to find this one now. Hope it's rather easy. What a luxury. That's the path to the hut. Crazy. Okay. It's easy now. I planned actually to use a smaller lake here in between the two lakes, but with this road I'm quicker just walking to the big lake. And instead of going down to the small lake, building the kayak, then getting on the water, getting out again, transport the kayak like this. Took me 10 minutes walk and I'm already at the big lake. Crazy road here. Someone put in a lot of effort and work to make this happen. And as far as I know, there are like 2 houses or 3, quite nice ones. I saw them from a distance, big, and they also do have energy, so must be quite dope there. Everywhere blueberries, millions of them everywhere, and good ones. It's a fine example of how being good is successful, or can make you successful. I mean, those berries are so good they get eaten by all the animals and distribute the seeds as like this all around. So they're just everywhere. It's crazy. They're really good. So I should not get lost in this forest. Have to check my bearing. You have to really take care walking here. There's everywhere those holes. Not good if you step into them. Some big animal around. It's very fresh. Next stop is somewhere there. There's a dam, and by the dam I have my next portage. I think it's something like 6 kilometers, not too far. It looks like rain is coming over there, so I put on my rain trouser and made everything ready for rain. So let's see. Sun is back again. The rain just went straight like this, and you see the rainbow? Man, soaked.
After a quick shower, the wind picked up and I needed to stay put.
It's too high waves to go on, so I set up camp shortly here, and yeah, I will have to wait and see. My goal is just there, it's not far, but it's too dangerous. Let's see if the wind comes down the next hours. If not, yeah, I will rest now a little bit and then hopefully go on later. It's just midday now. Much less wind now, so I'm back on it again. Try. It's maybe 1.5 kilometer. Waves are much smaller than before, which is nice. Those waves are fine. I hope it holds. Weather went a bit better, but I watched the weather forecast for tomorrow and there should be much more wind. So I try to get to the end today. Otherwise I'm windbound for like 2 days.
Out here, the weather changes quickly, and I used a sharp break in wind to reach the other shore.
Alright, I'm back on the road, a lonely road again, for 3.5 kilometers I believe, to the next lake. I can already see the next lake, it's just over there. It's a bit less romantic portage compared to yesterday here, so it gives me time to dream instead of wander. It's just human-made stuff around. Just, I mean, there's nice flowers, but yeah, a lot of trash as well. A lot of hunting stuff and stuff off the dam, electricity things. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it gives me more time to think. Slow, I'm hungry and I'm tired, but yeah, otherwise I'm good. And yeah, it's more or less the end of the trip. I have now tomorrow last lake crossing, or today, not sure yet. And that's it. Then I arrive in Jekvik, where I should catch a bus, hopefully. I'm very unsure up here with buses. I checked the timetable, it should be tomorrow at 14:20. So I need to get there until then, that's why I'm walking. Otherwise I would already be in my tent or making some fire or do some fishing. It was an amazing trip, unbelievable, I did it. And my gear kept more or less together. Me too, I had the problems with the toe. Still, yeah, food was not enough, definitely. Simply because I didn't catch any fish. It was impossible to catch fish. Apparently the waters were too warm, I told you already, but yeah. Maybe it was also me. One fish I got, a nice brown trout, so that was nice. that was really nice. But otherwise I was fishing maybe every second day, and I didn't always film it, but yeah, I didn't catch any. Mosquitoes are coming. I think it's now day 18 or 19, I'm not entirely sure. So, and actually my plan was to go back to the car, but there's no way that I get there because I have no food. And in Jekvik I could buy, but the weather is also turning bad, and honestly I'm tired. Now I'm tired. It was beautiful though, especially from the Norwegian side on down here, Sweden. All the different lakes and rivers, beautiful. And also Ikkesjärvi with the funny boat. It was also an amazing experience there. It's much more walking than I expected. We'll have to check how much in total, but it was a lot. Especially the first 2-3 days, they were brutal. I really got tired and I hurt my feet. Then in Norway the horseflies were crazy. You almost couldn't stand it. Outside, if you were outside you needed to put protection everywhere, and those beasts, they really search for a way to sneak somewhere in and bite you. There were constantly 200 of them around me. No joke, it was crazy. Never had this. And as soon as I was over the border into Sweden, they were gone. Also funny. Well, I think that's it for now. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did enjoy this experience. My P2 challenge or loop, not sure, probably loop. And yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Well, what's left to say? Actually, a lot. But if you've come this far, you probably know by now that I'm not a man of too many words. It's been an amazing trip. I started at the border to Norway and covered a total distance of 380 kilometers with roughly 160 kilometers on foot. For me, this was quite the achievement, even if it comes with a small downside. I didn't finish the loop or reach my final goal. My food was running out, and at this point I'm simply too exhausted. Pushing on would have been reckless. So for now, the Bidomedno loop remains unfinished, a story still waiting to be completed.